Now we are going to solve numericals related to solid state. So the first question is, a compound forms hexagonal close packed structure. What is the total number of voids in 0.5 mole of it? We have a compound which forms HCP structures, and we have to calculate total number of voids. Total number of void means octahedral void as well as tetrahedral void in 0.5 mole of it. So if there is 0.5 mole of compound, we have given number of moles equals to 0.5 means 1 by 2, and we know that n is equals to n divided by Na is equals to 1 by 2, and from here we can find n, that is n is equal to Na divided by 2, and value of Na we know 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 divided by 2, and if we'll solve then we'll get 3.011 into 10 to the power 23. This is the total number of constituent particles we have. Then we have learned previously that number of tetrahedral voids is given as 2 times to the number of constituent particles. So total number of constituent particle is n, then number of tetrahedral voids will be 2n. Similarly, number of octahedral voids are equal to the number of constituent particle. So if we see number of constituent particle is n, so total number of voids from here we can calculate. Total number of void will be equals to total number of void will be equal to 2n plus n equals to 3n. Total number of void will be 3n. So now we can calculate this n. So total number of voids will be equal to 3n, and in place of n we will write 3.011 into 10 to the power 23. This will be total number of void, and on solving we will get 9.033 into 10 to the power 23. So this is our answer. So if we take a compound which is packed in HCP, hexagonal close packing, then the total number of voids will be 3n, and that will be equals to 9.033 into 10 to the power 23. So the next question is, a compound is formed by two elements, capital M and capital N. The element N forms CCP, and atoms of M occupy 1/3 of tetrahedral voids. What is the formula of compound? So in this question we have to determine empirical formula of the compound from the given information. To determine this empirical formula, first we have to see that this line, the element N forms CCP. The element N is forming CCP, and when CCP will form cubic close packed structure, then in the voids M is occupying its place. And what is that occupancy? That occupancy is 1/3 of tetrahedral voids. So whenever CCP is there, then you have to take FCC unit cell, face centered unit cell. So from here we can calculate total number of atoms per unit cell, and in case of FCC we know that total number of atoms or constituent particle per unit cell is equals to 4. So we have N or Z equals to 4. We can write here N is equals to 4. Number of constituent particle per unit cell is 4, and same there will be value of N. Then we know that number of tetrahedral voids are equal to 2n. So number of tetrahedral void here will be 2 into 4, that is equal to 8. So total number of tetrahedral voids are 8, and then question is 1/3 of tetrahedral voids are occupied by M. So we can write number of M per unit cell will be equal to number of M per unit cell will be equal to 1/3 into total number of tetrahedral voids. Tetrahedral, short notation for tetrahedral voids we write TD. So 1/3 into total number of tetrahedral voids, and that will be equal to total number of tetrahedral void is 8, so we'll multiply here 8, so will be 8/3. So in one unit cell there will be 4 N atom, because N atom is forming CCP. CCP will make FCC unit cell. So total number of tetrahedral voids are 8. 1/3 of tetrahedral voids are occupied by M. So total number of M per unit cell will be 8/3. So in one unit cell we have determined number of N atoms as well as number of M atoms. Once we determine that, we can determine formula also. So if we write M is to N, then total number of M element is 8/3 and total number of N element is 4. So it is coming, ratio is coming 2:3. So the formula of compound will become M2N3. So the empirical formula of this compound will be M2N3. A compound is formed by two elements M and N. The element N forms CCP. Atoms of M occupy 1/3 of tetrahedral voids. What is the formula of the compound? So formula of the compound is coming M2N3. So the next question is, which of the following lattices has the highest packing efficiency? First one is simple cubic, second one is body centered, and third one is hexagonal packed lattice. So we can solve this question on the basis of simple aptitude. Simple aptitude, that we know that we have a unit cell. It has certain volume, say to say A cube. Suppose A cube is its volume. If we take SCC, simple cubic unit cell, in that case total number of constituent particle in this unit cell will be 1, because in case of SCC only corners occupies constituent particle. Constituent particles are present corners only. So total number of constituent particles per unit cell will be 1 in case of SCC. If we come to BCC, then total number of constituent particle will be 2, and hexagonal closed packed lattice means FCC, total number of constituent particles will be 3. Now we have certain volume, and you can see that in HCP 3 constituent particles are occupying. So obviously it is more packed than BCC, and BCC is more packed than SCC. So we can answer that highest packing is in hexagonal closed packed lattice. Otherwise we can answer this by the value we have determined in the previous video, that in case of SCC packing efficiency is 52.4%. If we talk about the BCC, packing efficiency is 68%, and when we come to FCC, packing efficiency is 74%. FCC or hexagonal closed packed lattice. In all the three cases, both the way we can see that maximum packing efficiency is a hexagonal closed packed lattice. So HCP is more efficient packing system. So the next question is, an element with molar mass 2.7 into 10 to the power minus 2 kilogram per mole. Here molar mass is expressed in kilogram, forms a cubic unit cell with edge length 405 picometer. A value is given, that is 405 picometer. If its density is 2.7 into 10 to the power 3 kg per meter cube, now density is given in kilogram per meter cube. What is the nature of cubic unit cell? Nature means whether this is SCC, BCC or FCC, that we have to determine. And to determine that, we have to find the value of Z. If Z is coming 1, then it is SCC. If Z is coming 2, Z is what? Number of constituent particle per unit cell. So value of Z is 2, then it will be BCC. If value of Z is 3, then it will be FCC. And if value of Z is 1, then it will be SCC. But the important thing that we should care about in this question is that all the values are given in different units. You can see here molar mass is given in kilogram per mole, that's right, SI system. But if we see the edge length, it is given 405 picometer. This is not SI system, so we have to convert this into meter, SI system. Now density is given kilogram per meter cube. This is in SI system, so it's fine. So most important is that we have to convert this edge length into SI system of measurement, which is meter. We have learned formula that density of any crystal is given as Z, number of atoms per unit cell, into molar mass divided by Na. Na is Avogadro number, into AQ. A is edge length of the unit cell. So in this question we have density, we have molar mass, we have Avogadro number, and we have edge length. Then we have to find Z. Once we determine the Z, we can decide the nature of cubic unit cell. So now we have to put this value. So density D is equal to Zm divided by Na and AQ. Now density is given 2.7 into 10 to the power 3 kilogram per meter cube. Z value we don't know, we have to determine this value Z. M molar mass is given 2.7 into 10 to the power minus 2 kilogram per mole. Value of Na is fixed and constant, that is 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23, and value of edge length is given 403 picometer, but we have to convert this picometer into meter, and for that we have multiplication factor 10 to the power minus 12 meter and then whole cube. Now if we see, all the values are in SI system. This molar mass is also in SI system. This is a number, and distance or edge length is also written in SI system. Now we have to perform the calculation. From here we can write Z equals to this, and this whole value will get multiplied 2.7 into 10 to the power 3 kilogram meter cube into 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 into 403 whole cube plus multiplied by 10 to the power minus 36 and meter cube. You can see here this meter cube and meter cube will cancel out, divided by this molar mass value, that will be equal to 2.7 into 10 to the power minus 2 kilogram per mole. So from here we can see this kg will cancel out. So all values are cancelled out, and we know that mole is unitless value, so Z will come out a unitless, that is a number. Mole is a number, similarly Z will also be a number. From here we can see this 2.7 will cancel out, and we'll have Z equals to Z is equal to this value 10 to the power 3 and 10 to the power minus 2. So we can write 10 to the power 5 and here 10 to the power 23. So we'll add all this value and we'll come to the conclusion that we have 10 to the power 28 into 10 to the power minus 36 into 403 whole cube. This value will come. So if we calculate this value and this value, then we will get the value 400,042,102.75, and here we can see 36 minus 28 will be 10 to the power minus 36 plus 28 will be 10 to the power minus 8. From here we can write Z equals to 4.0004212, and that will be approximately, we can write it is 4, because we can see that up to third position after decimal there is no digit, so it will be equal to 4. 4 means we know that whenever number of atoms per unit cell is coming 4, means definitely it is abscissa. Hence nature of unit cell is FCC, face centered unit cell. Next question is, how can you determine the atomic mass of an unknown metal if you know its density and the dimensions of unit cell? Explain. So in the formula we know that D is equals to Zm divided by Na into A cube. Dimension means edge length. So from here in this formula, density D equals to Zm divided by Na into A cube, we can easily calculate the value of M. From here we can write M equals to Z D Na cube divided by Z. This will be the molar mass. Once we determine the molar mass, then we know that if this is an atom, this is the molar mass. So once we determine the molar mass, then we can write molar mass is equal to atomic mass multiplied by Avogadro number, and so the atomic mass will be molar mass divided by Na. So if we divide the molar mass M with Na, we can determine the atomic mass of that atom. So this is how we can calculate the atomic mass of metal with the help of dimensions of the unit cell as well as molar mass of that metal. If we know density, we can calculate molar mass, and with the help of molar mass we can calculate atomic mass.